Welcome everyone to the 10th episode of Exploring the Town Universe Galaxy Awaits. We are quite close to 7 down. We owe 485 points, which is 3 games, or like at least 3 games away from ranking up. So yeah, we are probably going to rank up very soon, which also means that I will be replacing this series with another series. It's called the Galaxy Guide series. It's a guide series where I will be explaining key concepts in major English mahjong guides like Riichi Book 1, Riichi Mahjong Strategy, some other mahjong efficiency, what would you do books. And then one more occult one is the Gold Flow book. So stay tuned for that. I will perhaps upload a few times on this playlist. But it will be mostly the other series. It will be probably one video in every 2 weeks for the Galaxy Guide series. So I might still upload once a week or perhaps once in 2 weeks the other week for Galaxy, that is. You might have a 1, 2, 3 or we have a 7%, we have a 7% here. We are one way for 7% skip. We did discard a E-spell, just AK5, so just a 5, the 2 should be good enough here. It's Tsuchi now. Two fours here on the right, which makes the 2 slightly better. And open weight card, the 6 into 5, also makes the 2 very safe. Really? 36. Oh, it's massive. It's 2 AK, unless not 7/7. What am I thinking here? I'm thinking the 9 of characters, then the south, and then the 9 of thoughts. And in terms of value, we have Dora acceptance here. 2 pairs. It's just not anything. It's now we can open. Because it's not all simples, it's not painful, it's not 7 pairs. But now we can open here with the green dragon, and we will open for the green dragons here, and then we are still on the defensive here with this early 3 of bamboo card here across. Should show some speed or some Dora, because it's next to the Dora as well. Vesper card, kinda curious though, but there might be situations where they are 1 away here and they will reach like not this turn but the turn after. That's an East card. Probably not 1 away, but probably still far away with this East card. But I expect that person here across to be the fastest. I think we can skip. Solely because we know that the dealer here has a very fast hand. And we kinda want to be on the defensive, or we want to defend rather than attack here with a bad hand. It is 6 of character card. Oh, saves are pretty good to fight back against the dealer. The 3 of bamboo is still a bit hard to get, of course. And of course, green dragon is 1 card, but now we actually have some pairs 1 away. The rest is dead, so we have to discard that. The 2 of characters twice cut, the 8 is twice cut as well, and the 2 of bamboo is live. It's an open con. Like, what we know is that they... Just Riichi, that is what you know. It's like they won't be conning here at Tenpai, so, well, one away, because then Riichi is just so much superior. It is like the most stupid thing I've seen today. Well, like it's still early, so so everything that I see here is the most stupid thing I've seen. But like the open con is just so bad, and especially because the Tilo showed a lot of speed. They are giving the Tilo just more value, and that also means that no one can fight this, and they are still pushing a few towns. We can't fight. Even if we get a waiting hand, we can perhaps push the lower bamboo out, but not anything else. 15 seconds are now safe. If we get a 6, we can take Tenpai, but we are almost better off just holding. We are almost just better off not taking Tenpai here. I don't think the 2 deals in though, I really don't, but there's just no reason to test it. Because the Toro is a 5 here, so they can have a 2-5 shape, even with the early 3 card. They didn't have any lower bamboo here, but it's like massive with the Ura here, so if we deal in, it's still 12k, so we just don't want to fight for just 7 pills only for 1600 or 3200 if we press the button, or perhaps we hit Ura for the Mangam, but still the win rate is so low on a single weight, and you don't want to be stuck on a single weight when chasing, even not against a non-Tilo Riichi. It's just so iffy. And with low value, we are one away here. We're actually more like 2 away here, because we are not going to Riichi on anything, I think. Perhaps if we told the Aka here, we can Riichi on the Red Dragon here, if we told the Aka, but if we get a normal 5, I'm rather just cutting the Red Dragon and then try to get Painful with Tanrao as well. The Red Dragons are now gone. Looks like Mansu heavy, but we have 38 months. We have a lot of Mansu acceptance, so we won't be feeding them anytime soon. Also referring to the character suit, we are now floating Isantan with a 4 and a 5. If we told the 5 of characters, we have a 4-sided weight, or 5-sided weight. It's a 36947 on the 5 of characters. But the character style seems to be most expensive here. We are skipping here. We are waiting if we see 7-8, but there's just no reason to cheapen our hand for 2000 points when we have such a wide one away. There's 30. They usually do have a 4 of characters here, and this 4, if it deals in, it's more likely to deal into a Sampon and not into a Ramen, but like it doesn't matter, we have to push anyway. But the Sampon chances are actually almost higher than the Ramen chances still. We have Riichi, Tanrao, Painful, 1 Tora for 7700 plus 1 bonus sick, makes 8k, and then of course we steal the Riichi sick. The person on the right is still fighting against 2 Riichis, which is usually not what we wanted to. The person across is out. Is it same wait time? We don't know if we are on the same wait. It almost feels like same weight though. It could be lower bamboo as well. It's bamboo is set 2-5.
リーチツモスター1赤スター1スター1マンガン
East 3, we are down 6,000 and about 25,000 to second and first. It's still only East 3, so we like if we only get a one hand here, it's not the end of the world. You usually want to keep your hand closed when you're down this much, but if we have to go for open all simples, we will go for open all simples. Winning a hand is just so important, or like just winning means that you're also not losing points and that you are not further down. So even winning one hand here is pretty useful. Well, it actually does something. If it was South 3, I would definitely try to keep it closed. But here still fine to get a cheaper hand. Because our hand is also very slow here. It's not the slowest hand that we've seen. We can open, but getting value out of it, it's kind of hard. We have to keep the one here for the 3 of bamboo acceptance for our completed shape, but it's really not the type that we want here. We don't have all simples with this one. We will have to go soon. I think we can open with the pawn here. We don't have total acceptance here with the force anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. We can cut the 2 of dot here, and then we can play the shapes like this. We can actually skip now. We can actually skip the pawn because we failed here, and we are one away here. Floating East Hanchan with the 2 connecting to the 4, 5, 6, very strong, and then the 6 is of course very strong here. The best roll is the AK5, or the 7 is also quite good here.
Long.
1 cool tempeh, 2 toras.
パン屋をスター2
You could read that they are waiting there because they see the 8 from a 6-7 shape and they got the 6 earlier, fixing their shape, meaning they have a very fast hand. And then they got some middle towers. They just had all connected shapes, and so the 5 of bamboo was also connected. And then they got in with the 3. But at all, when we are one away there and we are last, we are not going to touch it by any means. So we are just trying to win our own hand. We might have a 7, 8, 9 mixed simple sequence, but we will see. Yeah, we are forcing it. Hopefully we get the 8 or any 8. Not the 8 of bamboo, but the 8 of thought, the 8 of characters here. The 9 cards basically looks in the Torah. The 5 could be also card, but you might be losing out on the Torah. If you could throw a 3 of bamboo or another 9, you're missing out on the Torah, and then you have just Riichi only, which is quite weak. We guarantee the Torah here, but we don't know if we get the mixed simple sequence. This is still undecided, but we are happy to Riichi with 1 Torah. If we get a 6 of characters, you can actually Damaton if we get an 8 of characters, but if we get the 8 of dot, the middleweight here, for the 8 of characters is very good. It's Suchi, and there's already a 9 here in our pond. So the weight is actually very good on the 8 here. Even though it deals into a Tora shape. There are 2 6s here. A 6 in the wall here and a 6 here on the right. So only 2 tiles. But it's too preemptive to cut a 5 here. You can't cut a 5 for the Suchi trap on the 8. It's just not a thing. I think we will have to go for 2 harm. We are now equalized to the person here on the right, so and it's getting quite late with 2 bad shapes, so we will have to call. We have now 3 Tora, oh not 3 Tora, we have 3 Han. There's the 8. Give me the 8. I hope that the person here on the left pushes the 8. The 5 actually can deal in just the third 6. And what is that here on the right? The 9 is very dangerous still. Give me the 8. There's one chance on the 6, but is it really not safe? I think the 3 is safe. Because they got the 5 here and they didn't have the AK or anything, so I think the pair of 3s is actually better than the 1 chance here, which is next to the Tora as well. Because if the person on the right has the last 6 man, they don't need the extra 6 man because the 7 is Tora. Yeah, it's the last 6 months, so the 5 months are clear. The 5 months are clear. We are still waiting for this 8 here from the person on the left. And there we go. We have a massive hand here. We have 7-7. Let's see if we can get first or second here. It's 19k. It's going to be pretty tough. Because if we Shimo Mongon here, the person here on the right doesn't have enough points. But I see just a way here to perhaps squeeze out. I don't want to say Hanuman, but like even on Hanuman, we are like if we run the person on the right for 18k, we are obviously still third. We are just third with 38k. But this is a good start to go for a lot of value. We don't have Rakuhai, no value honors, no pair, but we have 2 Toras here. The 2 being the 2 of thought is a better gold. Never. We can just uncover it up. We can pawn the 3, we can pawn the 9, we can pawn the north here. Do we keep it? The 6 is kinda like if it was like if we weren't Futon here or if we didn't discard the character tile, we would rather have a normal hand here. Like if we Riichi 3 Toras, like it's almost better than. Okay, dit looks in our Hanuman with half flush for Tora. So we have 18,000 and we just have to skip the person here on the right. Like we just have to skip the skip the bin here on the right. We might have a full straight, but it doesn't add value. It's really scary to see for the person here across. It's really scary. I wouldn't reach it there. We have enough now. We will lose the C-type breaker. Here, we will lose the C-type breaker on the right. We are waiting on the World of 2 of thought here. It's 1 tile less, but it's better than the save tile 7 here because the 2 is just. I think the 2 is just better here. 36. Nah, it's not better, right? Nah, it's not. Okay. I probably wouldn't have pressed Riichi if I was the person, you know, across. At least we can run now. At least we can run for 18k and week off first. That is nice. 6,000 each. Half last for Tora.
本一トラ4羽マン兄にこの朗報を伝えておきたいです。
We need 300 points, 290 to be exact. Let's do the look review, or like it will be a quick look review because it's a quick game. 5 stars Gamo. Does it? Yeah, okay. The early discards don't matter that much. It just wants to cut the 6 here. The east is a second discard. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. It moves towards like 7 pairs. It moves towards mixed table sequence 1, 2, 3 here. We have 5 blocks already. We have 3 in bamboo, 1 in thought, 1 in ma, or in the character suit. So the 6 is actually redundant here. East because we got it earlier, and then the 7 is worse than the 6. Skip, and then here's the 6, so it's just an auto, and then here it's the 1 away for 7 pairs, and I assume it reaches on the 2 weight here. There are 2 2s across, and unfortunate, the person on the left was waiting already after the call, and then we deal in here. There's no choice after Riichi, but that's still Saru. Let's see what if the AI calls the Green Dragon. But I need a lot of speed across, so I need a lot of speed with the best spear cut, moving towards all symbols with painful. So I kinda like the skip. This is more, it skips as well, it skips. I'm beginning to like Moto A more. It's stronger than Maka, or like I think it's stronger than Maka. It's slightly more accurate, I think. On the critical discards, it's just I also got the A, but the West is completely dead. It already wants to fold here. It already wants to fold. But we have 2 green towers, 2 green dragon towers. Really, it doesn't take 1 away, or like, it kinda does, but... And I don't think it pushes. I don't know if it pushes the, wow, awaiting hands. The person on the right is still 1 away, and yeah, it is. Wait, what does it do? It reaches. It reaches. It reaches on the 6 here, but I really don't want to be stuck here. I really don't want to be stuck. I can read the best card with the 3 card. It's just going to be all symbols with painful most of the time. It's just that is just what I read here. That is all symbols with painful, and I really don't want to fight this. I really don't want to fight this. Green Dragon is like the third or fourth choice here. Riichi, and then discard the 2, discard the 6. Wait, the 6 is. Wait, there's an 8 Kabe. There's a Kabe 8. The 6 is actually pretty safe. And the 2. But the win rate is just so incredibly low. I see the Ura. It's the 2 of thought and the E. So it's just 3,200 with 2 indicators. it's just that I read the value in the hand here. It can just read that it's all symbols with painful, with the best card there and the early 3. And I don't want to fight like 12k. I don't want to fight 12k. And also two indicators, and then you deal into Hanuman sometimes. So I just want to be out. If it was like a normal one indicator, then I might push with 2 indicators when I can read the fair route there. It's just no thank you. And here is the obvious Riichi with the fool.
それでも自分を信じて前に進んでいきます。
They are waiting here on the 2. There's still 1, 2 left, and then the Norths are once got as well. Wow, this Red Dragon all triplets for a 16 full is 18 full. If they have more full than, if they shimmer, they have 20 full or more than 20 full, so it becomes 50 full on shimmer or 40 full on Dawn. And
澄んだ月、つの満願。
I want to keep Torah acceptance. It's totally reasonable, but the hand is still quite weak. We want to move towards all simples. At least we didn't have to choose to pawn here. And that's a deal in, yeah. I can show you just 6 discard, the 6 of thought, which I was talking about. Was it? Wait, it's the 6 here. They are fixing the shape. They have too many shapes, too many good tiles, so they fix the 2-sided weight here with the 6. And then after the 8 core here, you know that they are just almost waiting. You know that they fixed the shape already, so they have a redundant tile here with the 6. And then after this 5, they are just waiting here for 36. They could have skipped. They could have skipped. Yeah, they definitely could have skipped. But as dealer, you can also want to secure your dealer repeats. But considering the scores, I think I would skip this 8. I think I skip this. To go for Mongan or something like that. Let's see. They don't have any tempo here, which I kinda read. Or like with this Akan card here, and then the honors. It seems to be like Hanuman Riichi here on the right. It's 4 of thoughts, single weight. Do I have the deal in tower review? There's a 4 of thoughts. Sorry for that, I didn't see that. It agrees with the 3. The one chance on the 6 here is so bad. Like it's the indicator, the Torah indicator. So if they have a 6 here, still have a 6. They will just Shimokiri it. Shimokiri meaning that it's grayed out, that they discard the tile from the wall and not from within their hands. Or discarding the tile that they just drew, so it agrees with the 3 here. It's also slightly more inefficient. And then it does consider the 9 in third option. 3 into 1 into 2. Chi. Yeah, it's just a Chi, and then it's a deal in here. The person on the right should have not pressed the Riichi button. They have East, half flash, plus the Torah here is 5. They really don't need more value, and they can switch their weight. They can upgrade their weight. That's like the most important thing about not pressing the Riichi button when you stay hidden, that you can change your weight, because the weight isn't great here. Yeah, it's a lot of Ura options, of course. The Ur, nah, they didn't hit. They wouldn't have hit, but you don't need 12k here. And does it 7? Yeah, does got the 3 or the 7? It's both the same, by the way. If you're wondering, it's both the same. Also considering the scores that we need Hanuman. Yeah, just like just like glad that the person on the right went for the auto flush and that they dropped the Torah and there's an easy boom here to look in the Hanuman. And then it's really straightforward here. And then let's see what it does. Let's see what if it chooses the 7 of dots. Or the 2 of dot. Wait, it got 8 because the 2 is so correct. It's just the best way. There's a wall of 3 of dots, so and the 8 is safe, but the 1 is also actually just safe, and it takes it 2. I think I would just Tama here as the person across, especially with the Torah 3 here open. Because the reason is that they have enough to run the person on the right, which is really tough because they have all the bamboo. They also are in the expensive suits here, or one of the 2 expensive suits. So they are less likely to run the person on the right, but they have technically enough for 2600. Let's see, it's just a nerf. It's just a nerf. And then here the sumo, and we got 5 stars. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode, or I will see you in the Galaxy Guide series. The Galaxy Guide series will be 5 to 15 minutes of explanation of like 5 block theory, and then I will have one Hanchan afterwards. So it's like explanation and then a Hanchan and not a log analysis and afterwards. So you will be missing out on that. If you really fear the log analysis part of the video, you can check out my other playlist. I have a Mahjong Show ranked playlist called Celestial Aspirations, a Saint Ranked Adventure. It's in my playlist. If you go to my channel or on Tenho, it's called Inside the Mind of a Ho. It's with Moto AI. Mahjong Show is with Maka AI, the built-in AI of Mahjong Show. But anyway, I will see you in another episode.